I wonder if we could have just like wandered off for a few hours and then just come back and said, "Here, we killed those guys and got your stuff," and would he still believe it?
Well, you'd have to have the stuff.
If the stuff was invisible, he wouldn't know if we had the stuff or if he
Ah,
just thought we had the stuff.
but
See
he,
both.
but he can feel it.
Oh yeah, if you believe you're standing on a cliff, then you will be standing on a cliff as far as you're concerned.
Yes, yes, but his stuff is actually real. It's just invisible, so he actually has to feel it to know that you've got it. You can't. He's a mime. You can't just pull something out of your ass and be like, "Here it is."
Well, they do.
Uncle, you are troubled. Unburden yourself. Tell me everything.
I'm not sure how.
You must try.
These mimes are building something. Something terrible. Something I should have picked up on earlier. How could they amass this kind of power in the very heart of the city? Well, I don't know, it's an evil city. It's not that big at least. Old passages keep singing to me ancient texts. The Dusk of Man, the Dark Friar heresies. I want to read those now.
Same here.
I'm
Uncle!
curious. Can one pass the veil, entering the last days, and not know it?
Uncle! Return to me! Return!
Heal!
Hail! Doof! By the power of Jesus! Doof!
I apologize. I need a moment to collect myself.
Look at our
Apparently
big light.
studying evil stuff is hazardous.
An intact illuminating module. This should reveal nearly everything.
It's a light. You don't have to be pretentious.
We have everything we need, but the mystery still eludes us.
Well, then we clearly don't have everything we need. That light, the terrible
sorry.
light.
Sorry.
The dusk of man, the dusk of man. Of course. Ah, sorry, I thought you was waiting. Never mind.
Does he go on like this a lot? I mean, just go on and on and on?
The quartet for the dusk of man. Do you know it? Here, I shall recite the first quatrain. Four gods wait on the windowsill, where once 8 gods did war and will. And if the gods themselves may die, what does that say for you and I? Spooky.
It's catchy. I like it.
Totally mood killed. Describes the wailing end of the universe. You may like it less when those same gods start tearing the world apart. Why are they on a windowsill?
That's actually revealed in the third game, I believe. It's not actually a windowsill, per se.
But like even metaphorically, like is the world the windowsill? In which case, what's it looking into or out of?
No, no, no. They're sitting on the windowsill looking into the world.
Ah. I haven't been putting things together. I have a doctorate in apocalyptics, but the field is decrepit now. There's no one watching the signs. Young men get their degrees in the field because they like the imagery. Most of our promising scholars are just form bands. Nice. But that thing those mimes are building on the Broadwalk, it's a divine vessel for Yog Sethis, the Silent One. The world will end tonight. We can't rely on the old academy. Oh, my father told them, of course, before they ran him out.
Uncle?
Now, we shall be the bastion.
The game is afoot. And Claire, can you help? My uncle's oratory was moving, but I believe in an ordered universe. I refuse to acknowledge that dark shadows wrestle in its periphery.
Then, answer as science would. Hone its cold laws to a razor's edge. How would you eradicate a form of life not native to our universe? A shotgun?
If this creature truly is alien to reality, as you suggest, your weapons may have no effect. This is an exercise I find quite invigorating.
An ethereal shotgun, then.
I think we've moved beyond punching, so Gabriel's fists, are they basically worthless? Hey! They must be augmented, of this I am sure. I think they are best utilized as a delivery mechanism for some pure matter, something representative of our universe which should be alien to it. Huh?
Sounds like fun.
She wants to do. Oh, wait, sorry, that's you.
She wants to dip them in goo.
Okay!
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Is a machine gun of any use at this point? In its current state, no. Not for this purpose, but... Were we to sheath each shot in unstable energy, it may be worth slightly more than nothing.
I'll take it, under the circumstances.
I'll need technology to complete it. I have much at my disposal, but be on watch. You may find the thing that will inspire me. This may be a long night.
Let us hope, child. Because if it's short, then the end of the world is upon us.
Yeah. It may be time to retire the rake then. Actually, a rake's natural shape makes it adept at maintaining a living signature.
What now?
From a corner of the room, Anne Claire produces the most chilling camera you have ever seen.
Nice. This device is the reason she is no longer allowed to compete in science fairs.
The current thinking on
Gleeful.
the current thinking on interdimensional movement states that there must be an anchor at both points in order to travel.
Could that anchor be a person? Or
Potentially,
a giant statue?
if you can obtain an imprint of this person, I can make the rake resonate at the same frequency. And that's good. It should be.
Soul extractor. Lovely.
I was able to find a vacuum tube. We shouldn't attempt the final modifications unless we can do all three simultaneously. The work I will be doing is of an experimental nature. I cannot be certain the changes will hold for long. Let's bump up Gabe's knuckles. Ah, add
Add
spikes.
spikes. Nice. Everything's better with spikes.
Obviously.
Well, perhaps not everything.
Sex! Ow. Some people would actually disagree with me. I really want to stay away from those people.
I actually know a rather hilarious story about a guy who had a piercing, and it got caught on his girlfriend's tonsils,
Ow.
and they had to wait for the fire department to come, and then the
Ow.
paramedics. So they had
Jesus,
this big crowd.
Jesus Christ.
That's why I don't want any piercings.
Your line.
Ah, yeah, sorry.
It's
Are
okay.
they thinking of starting families or something? I don't understand what draws a mime cult to the goddamn suburbs.
They cut down a tree earlier. The last of an old orange grove when they were here earlier.
How old was this tree? More than 100 years? Shit. Maybe you should take us there.
Will do.
It's an old tree, it is therefore significant.
I'd like to point out that this car has been on fire since the beginning of the game.
Neat trick.
Alright. Time for the next boss fight.
That person's very upset about the orange tree.
As you move closer, the silent Pope whirls to face you with genuine rage. Oh dear, you may have interrupted him mid-right.
I don't think that's a bad thing, frankly.
You know what? Let's start over. Listen, I think we got off on the wrong foot before.
Do you have any evidence?
I think I seriously want to try this mime thing. Microscopic sneer tugs the corner of his thin mouth. Hey, let's do show and tell. Want to see my new camera? At a glimpse of Anne Claire's legitimately scary spirit-eating machine, he floats back several feet. Then he does the unthinkable.
Understandably.
Then he does the unthinkable. He makes a sound. A high hiss, some low-rent vampire caricature. You feel a moment of genuine satisfaction.
Wait, now we kill the Pope of Mimes.
Yes.
Die, Mime Pope.
Lower his attack, which he then immediately negates.
Wow. He's got a lot of health.
Yeah.
Insta-killed by a cat.
That would be so fucking amazing.
Don't draw creepy symbols in the air, it's rude.
Okay, he's weak versus punches. That's good to know.
He's weak to getting punched in the face by spiked knuckles. I'm surprised.
Oh god. God.
Wow, okay.
Fucking bullshit. Just please work. Damn it.
I don't think the Pope of Mimes is going to be affected by a mime trick.
Shh. Obviously it will.
A machine gun, on the other hand.
God damn, I hate these people and their attack down things. Because it means I'm doing nothing to this guy in an attack that he is weak versus.
It's going to take a very long time to beat him to death then.
Seriously. I fucking hate this guy.
I'm always surprised in these games how resistant people are to bullets.
I know, right? I did 1 whole damage.
Congratulations.
The whole point of trying that was to get him to bleed, and of course he didn't.
No, he just drew a weird symbol in the air again and set Tycho on fire.
Critical hit, which means I'm going to do a full total of 5 damage.
Dun dun dun.
So fucking stupid.
This feels like one of those fights where you're not meant to beat him and it'll get to a certain point and some event will occur.
No, you're totally supposed to beat him. They just... These fights were one of the main reasons that in the second game, they had less enemies that did status damage. Tycho's shots were better versus things. There were very few things that were actually resistant to bullets.
Good. Glad to hear it.
Yeah. Because
I'll admit, something being resistant to bullets is mildly concerning.
Yeah. And just having a boss that constantly negates your damage over and over again is just fucking ridiculous. It just pushes the boss fight to some stupidly long length.
For the record, anyone who's going to put in the comments that a bulletproof vest is resistant to bullets, no, it's not.
It's really not. It's
not even bulletproof, technically.
It's resistant
to small arms fire at a large distance.
Yeah. I think
any assault rifle weapon or anything chambering around larger than 9mm is going to go through it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure if you put a 9mm right next to a right up against the Kevlar vest and pull the trigger, it's gonna do something. Something a little more than bruising. Yeah.
It'll go through it. You have to be more than, I think, 5 meters away for it not to penetrate.
Yeah.
And even then it will crack a rib or knock you out.
Yeah, it'll do some serious damage either way.
Yeah, and anything larger than a 9mm round will go straight through it anyway.
Than a 9mm? I didn't know we were firing medicine.
9mm round.
Everyone in the comments, tell me, please, what did he say?
I probably did say 9mm. If I did, then that was a mistake.
Finally, full damage on that.
Some of the new stuff they're doing with like ceramic plates underneath Kevlar, that stops some stuff.
I can definitely see ceramic stopping some stuff.
Oh yeah, but then there's AP rounds for a reason.
Yeah.
Like tungsten core bullets and Teflon coated rounds and all kinds of other nonsense.
God damn it.
This mine could do with a nice 50 cal round to the head.
Seriously. Fighting this guy is worse than fighting the black bulldozers in Payday 2.
He's not even threatening, he's just boring.
Yeah. That's the main thing. It's just really fucking annoying.
It's just taking a long time. It's not like he's actually going to beat you. It's just going to take forever.
Yeah.
I wonder whose hands made the giant handprints, though.
That's a good question.
I mean, I suppose I could have just painted them on, but that's a boring thought.
Exactly. We have to think more. We have to think bigger.
Yeah. Abstract concepts and all the rest of that crazy nonsense that makes no sense. Although whoever painted that star didn't do a very neat job.
Well, then again, this is also low res.
Yeah, but still, such sloppy brushwork. It's all over the place.
Yeah, but it just has to close. It doesn't have to actually be neat.
Yeah, but still, you should take pride in your work.
Take pride in the fact that whatever you're summoning through isn't going to kill you.
Take pride in your occult rituals and dark dealings with the underworld. I mean, honestly, if you're only going to have one shot at this, you may as well do it right. At least if a demon does eat your soul, he'll be able to admire the paintwork. You'll have some respect for that.
I think I'd rather, you know, just not get eaten. I think that sounds better.
I don't know, I think demons have a bad reputation these days. They don't all want to eat souls, honestly. Some just want to destroy the world. They don't all torment people, it's just the ones with nothing better to do with their time. And what with being trapped in an endless underworld where there's not a great deal to do, I don't blame them. I'd be pretty bored too.
Such a caring and understanding individual you are.
I try. And rarely succeed, apparently. Come on, beat him to death with the multi-ray.
One final attack is all it should say. Oh.
Oh.
Bye, Tycho! I didn't even notice that you were at low health.
You just incinerated Tycho. I'm not sure if this is a good thing.
Fucking partial block bullshit. Oh my god. I would
At
have...
least he won't have a chance to beat any of us now.
I would have killed him with a... Oh my god, fuck you, game. That is such stupid bull.
So much rage at the mime poke.
Seriously, with all of it, that's like the fourth fucking time in the game. It's happened for both bosses.
Oh, he's not even dead.
Yeah, no, we gotta
Ooh,
steal.
I disappoint.
Yeah, we've gotta steal his soul.
Disappointed. Okay, that satisfied me. Soul stealing camera.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
All
I
right
want to
then.
keep that skull. I want to put it on the mantelpiece. Skull.
Dark Mime Soul weapon upgrade.
Shiny.
And then I need to go to Hobo Alley to get the P.
Pure matter.
The P.
Right, of course it is.
I told you at
What
one
else?
point. I told you at one point in the game we coat Gabriel's fists in P.
Good point.
Of course, that was a couple weeks ago, but that's not
I'm
important.
not sure if he'll be quite so enthusiastic about the idea of dipping his hands in goo once he finds out what the goo is. He might get athlete's finger,
Uh, no, Hugh. No.
which I assume is.
I'm going to interrupt you now. As you approach Dr. Arnold B. Wimple's laboratory, he gets a glimpse of the prized wheel you carry. That is to say it's a 1 in 64th scale model of the boardwalk's biggest attraction. It's a 1 in 64th scale model of the boardwalk's biggest attraction, the Sin Wheel. Do you know what I could do with such a thing? What I could accomplish? You're going to pee on it, right? That's basically it. If by pee you mean urinate, yes. In fact, you're welcome to remain for the procedure.
No, we're good.
Well, I'm actually... Yeah, I'm in. This is, like, historic or something.
Technically, I think it's pistery.
Well, whatever. Fucking word guy. Hey, are you sure you don't want in on this? Urinology is a crucial science, and I'm here to help in whatever way I can, except by holding your penis. After carefully situating the sin wheel, he turns blessedly away from the party to prepare his apparatus. The ride begins to turn slowly as a weak jet of liquid rushes over the replica, trickling over the girders and filling the buckets where tiny men and women would sit. You hear a wheezing, exhausted carnival melody. The small lights of the wheel twinkle weakly and then go out, possibly forever. That is interesting. It may even be profound.
If you insist.
This experience has rocked me to my core. He doesn't seem to hear you. He begins to fiddle with knobs. Blue flames begin to dance, and liquids begin to boil. At one point, he pauses to shoo away a cat that has taken up residence on the work surface. Beakers are poured one to the other in an indecipherable flurry of motion. At the final tink, the fluid is vexed, and then lies still. There. It's only right that you should have it. You who have contributed so much.
Thank you, I think.
What just happened? What is this stuff? The future. Ultra urine. This potent potty stretches the boundary of urine science.
Wonderful.
I know, right? Amazing.
I really don't know how to comment on this. One of the few times I've had a loss for words.